Hello. Things look a lot drier come the end of the week, but for the next 24 to 36 hours we are in for some pretty heavy rain across some parts of the UK, and we have a Met Office amber warning in place through Tuesday and into Wednesday across parts of Scotland, but there are other yellow warnings for rain and wind also in place. We've seen this weather front just draped across the east through Monday, but it's been fizzling out all the while. For many it's turned a lot drier with clearer skies, but out in the Atlantic this area of low pressure is heading our way. This tangle of weather fronts bringing persistent rain over Scotland, Northern Ireland, and notice as they approach the isobars squeezing together, so the winds will really be picking up also. But for many, the wind's relatively light through Monday evening. Still some of that patchy rain from that first weather front across East Anglia and the southeast, but it's fizzling out, and then much of central and eastern Britain will be dry overnight. Further west, though, that first set of weather fronts moves in and brings rain for Northern Ireland, western Scotland by dawn, and the winds really starting to strengthen. Before that wet and windy weather arrives, temperatures could drop close to freezing in some rural areas, but generally speaking, 5 to 7 will be how we start Tuesday. We're also going to start Tuesday pretty soggy for Northern Ireland and across Scotland. So we have warnings in place for winds across Scotland, where gusts of 50-60 miles an hour could happen, and maybe 70 miles an hour around some exposed coast. That rain persisting across Northern Ireland, but also then spreading more widely across Scotland, and the rainfall really building up. So we have amber warnings in place here. But also parts of northwest England and North Wales turning very soggy. Meanwhile, notice most of England and Wales will have a dry and a fine day on Tuesday. It might be a bit breezy in places, but we should hang on to some sunny spells across East Anglia and the southeast. But let's focus in on the warnings because, as I say, there are a few in place. Rainfall for Northern Ireland and across parts of central and southern Scotland, and also for parts of northwest England. And that wind warning in place across Scotland. As I said, gusts of 50-60. Some exposed areas could see 70 miles an hour. But then we can quite localised gusts, particularly to the lee of hills, where the gusts could suddenly start to whip up. And then we have those amber rainfall warnings that kick in from midday across parts of Scotland, over the higher ground 80 to maybe 120 millimetres of rain. It's already very soggy in these areas, so that rainfall could cause some serious further flooding issues, transport disruption, and potentially even cut off communities. Elsewhere, as I said, largely dry and fine for the south and east, and temperatures could get up to 14-15 degrees possibly. The Moray Firth also likely to see temperatures in the teens, and even where it's raining all day, temperatures of double digits, pretty mild for the time of year, but obviously not feeling all that mild with the wet and the windy weather. We'll continue with the wet and windy weather across southern Scotland, Northern Ireland, parts of northern England, West Wales through Tuesday evening as well. The heavier rain, notice the brighter colours just tending to ease off a little bit, and by the time we get to Wednesday, that rain petering out across parts of Scotland. A very mild start to Wednesday. Those southerly winds continuing to bring the mild air, and that line of rain will continue to weaken over northern England and Wales, but nevertheless quite a damp day here on Wednesday. A much drier day for Scotland, Northern Ireland, some brighter spells, some sunshine, a few blustery showers in the far northwest. And again, most of southern England, the Midlands, eastern England staying dry and fine, but with a southerly breeze bringing temperatures again into the teens, more widely up into the mid-teens, possibly in some locations. So really quite mild for the time of year. Now, weather front will slowly be fizzling out and heading its way eastwards by the time we get to Thursday, but generally the mild weather will continue as we head towards the end of the week, turning much drier with a bit more in the way of sunshine likely as well. For a full week ahead forecast, visit our YouTube channels through Monday afternoon, or of course keep up to date with the very latest by following us on social media, and those warnings, stay up to date with those as well. They're on our website and on our app.